Holy moly. Sorry, I was running late, everybody. I didn't quite get Finn down exactly on time, so it took me a little bit to get here. Hello, everybody. All of my friends are here. Welcome, everyone. Thank you guys for joining me. Tonight, I will be continuing to work on the vampire romance. I will have the title for you guys very soon. This week, speaking of like exciting things to come, this week is technically Christmas in July because it's the week of the 25th. So I am celebrating by promoting Winter Witches, my fake dating romance with a witchy twist. So I have fun, like really fun sneak peeks and stuff coming this week for that book, including the cover reveal and the official publication date. So if you haven't noticed already, my Instagram is kind of like completely taken over by all things pink and fluffy, not my normal vibes, and romance. So that'll be like the whole week. I think I've already posted tomorrow's, let's see, tomorrow is Monday, and tomorrow is meeting the main characters. So tomorrow you will get character profiles for both Madison and Jared. Madison Sinclair is one of three in her family. So there's the Sinclair sisters, and there will be 3 books all together within this winter arc. And the other 2 will be her sisters. So there's Madison, who's all pink princess drama, you know, love that. And then Jared is a little different. Jared is the quiet macho type. So I can't wait to show you guys all of that stuff tomorrow and post all of it everywhere. So that is super fun. The actual book cover and release date information will come out on Wednesday because I have a special Wednesday video planned. So tomorrow I will be collecting questions for a fun Q&A. I haven't done one of those in a while. Typically I do when I announce a project like this though, like a brand new series or something. I do. So that is what's going on this week in my world. I also got kind of a wild idea to maybe celebrate by doing not giveaways, but by creating things that I could then give to you guys in maybe like a Kickstarter campaign, because the last thing that I need to do for this book is hire my editor. I talked to her today to try and kind of work in some dates. And so I've thought about doing a Kickstarter campaign just to build up some hype for this book. And I've never done a Kickstarter before, so I don't know what you guys think about that. If you think it'd be kind of fun to do that, I would, of course, give away the book, signed copies, give away the ebook. But I've thought about doing some other things like creating some stickers, which would be fun. Bookmarks, of course. I thought about maybe doing like the top package, maybe including a t-shirt, because I have a kind of a fun idea that would fit for the vibe of this book for t-shirts. So maybe that's something we could do. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Do you think a Kickstarter would be fun? With Kickstarter, you can pledge as much as you want. It's one of those things that if we don't meet our goal, then we don't get any of the money towards the book. And if we do, and whatever we get extra, we get for the book, that would be fun. But it would enable me to do a little bit more of that kind of stuff with you guys. So Jessica is continuing my romance tonight, but I am struggling with some writer's block. I have also had a little bit of a hard time writing this week. This week I started back to work for the most part. I've been off and on a little bit, but this week is when I started all of the grunt work of making sure the school schedule was set up right and fixing all of that. So I have also struggled a little bit getting back on track with writing just because of that business stuff. It slowed me up a little bit, made it a little difficult for me to focus, but I have made a little bit of headway. I made not a ton. I have gotten about 5,000 words, a little more than that for the week. So not as much as I'd like. Last week I got like 10,000, doubled that. But baby steps forward are still steps forward. So I am trying to think on the positive side. Jessica says that sounds fun. Kickstarter, yes. I think it would be a fun way to do some fun things with you guys. I don't know. I might play with the idea a little more. I was looking a lot into it today. I did a bit of research this afternoon, so I don't know. Maybe we do that. Just try and get this book a little further along. Alrighty. So that's, I think, pretty much all of the updates. Everyone seems to be working on our normal projects. I left off at an interesting point. We're starting to get into like the turn where things go wrong beat of this book. So we're on the downhill, or just about on the downhill. My characters they've done the whole meet the family thing, which was a fun scene to write. That was a lot of last week's prep and work, was meeting the family, that scene. That was what I did, I think, last Sunday with you guys mostly. So not as far along as I would like to be, but tonight we are going to pick up with introducing the big conflict. So that is my goal, is to get through a lot of that. I am hoping to increase my word count per day quite a bit this week, just because I am still quite a ways away from finishing this book, which was my goal for Camp NaNoWriMo. I still don't know if I'll quite finish it, but I want to get mostly there because August is super crazy for me. So I would really like to wrap up the rough draft. That way, when I come back to it, it'll be with fresh eyes. That's usually how I do things. I try to rest every draft after I write it. I try to do close to a month. Usually it's just a few weeks, but I try to do that so that when I go back through and read it, the story feels kind of brand new again to me. So we'll see. If I can finish it in July, it'll be easier to do that. So hopefully. My hair is looking a little crazy. It is so humid here. It's really hot here where I live. It's also humid because we had a gigantic rainstorm come through. It actually blew over some rail cars at a nearby rail station. It blew over like 8 of them. I think they were empty, but still knocked them off the tracks. And it brought with it a ton of rain. So it means it has been humid today. And even though it's humid, I am drinking hot tea. I've been drinking, I think you can get it from Walmart. It'll be on the tag. It's Good Earth, sweet and spicy is the flavor. It has a little bit of like an orange zest to it, and cinnamon big time. I really, really like it. We've been devouring it, so we probably need to order some more pretty soon, because this has been our nighttime treat, is drinking tea, and it's been nice to have with me when I write. I've already had 1 mug of tea this evening, as I was trying to get Finn set up and got sidetracked talking with D&D, which is over there. So that is why I was running late. No fun intro music for us this week, but that's okay. Hopefully all of you have seen this week's vlog and the super secret surprise that came out Wednesday. If you haven't, I talk about the super secret surprise a little bit in this week's vlog, but that was a fun video. It was a shorter one. I am going back to school. I have my bachelor's degree in English and German. So that's my writing background, is all English language. I've done all the grammar courses, all the writing stuff. And I got a master's degree in school counseling. So it was a lot of psychology, and so much so that in order to be certified as a practicing therapist in the clinical sense, it's not a whole degree. It's only a certification, because it's not a ton more classes than that degree I got. And so that is what I am doing. And I am hoping to be done in, I think it'll be a little more than a year, because I want to pace it. I don't want to give up too much of my schedule. So I'm only taking a class at a time, but I am doing that. My hope is that it'll free up some more of my time so I can do more writing, because my author platform has grown quite a bit. So, yes. So that is new this fall. I start about mid-August, and I'm hoping that not a ton in my schedule changes. That is why I am super eager to go ahead and finish this book, especially at least by the beginning of August. I want to be done for sure before I start that class, because from there it's just production stuff. It's finishing edits, reading. It's not as difficult as trying to draft the entire book. It's not doesn't take so much mental capacity to do that for me. So, I'm hoping I'll be able to finish all of that. That way, it'll be easier to do this class and all of these projects. So, thank you, Jessica. Jessica says that is exciting. I am very excited. Um, I like what I like about school counseling is definitely I like working with kids best, but I don't get to do near enough actual counseling in this job because we wear so many other hats, and also because we're in charge of more kids than what is nationally recommended. So I am looking forward to getting to sit down and talk through the big issues and actually feel like I can help kids, especially, but people work through problems. So I'm really excited. Thank you. All right. I think it is about 12 minutes in. We probably should get ready to go into our first sprint of the night. So, oopsie, let me move my page up here. I am starting sprint number 1 at 54,997 words. So that is where I am starting for the night. I did write a little bit this afternoon, although I was getting really distracted. There's just a lot happening at my house. And so I started the day at 54,996 words, and I only gained 1 in that writing session. I did a bit of editing of the scene up to this point, so that's why I only gained a word, because I adjusted some things in there. So excited to start. Alrighty, so we are going to jump into the first sprint of the night. My tea's here. I'm ready to go, all geared up into the climax of the book. So I will see you guys in 20 minutes. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Alrighty. Sorry about the mix-up with the timer. Yes, I forgot to start the timer. I thought I had everything in order to go. I did not. I was extra excited and got to writing. On the plus side, because we had a couple extra minutes of writing in there, I wrote 475 words. So I am very pleased with that. My characters are getting ready to go on kind of a fun adventure that I'm excited to write. I did have to kind of stop and look up some vocab because I'm not super familiar about these things. So I had to look it up. I guess I could be more specific. They're going horseback riding. I've been around horses, not a ton, but I have been around them a little bit. But I had to look up some different terms, things horses do. So um, fun. How did everybody else do? Hopefully, you guys had productive sprints as well. I think we got another like 5 minutes, maybe not quite that long. I realized fairly quick, I think, that I hadn't started the timer. We did get a little more time though. Jessica says somehow managed about 450 words, probably because we had the extra time. That's a lot. Holy moly. We are making really good progress, guys. So, back to the Kickstarter thing. What are some things that you guys would like to see as like rewards or incentives if we did do a Kickstarter? Because my thoughts were, of course, an early bird ebook, because the ebook is always finalized and ready before the actual book is. And so I thought I could send out ebook arcs. That would be kind of cool. So you guys get to read it in advance. I think I already said stickers. Stickers would be fun. And I don't know what else. What do you guys think? I'd like to do t-shirts, but I think it'd have to be really limited. Felicia said, I am not yet home, so no words written yet. No worries. We're just glad to have you along. I love to share my thoughts with you guys and get your opinions. So I'm always happy just to bounce things off the wall and see what happens. Only have time for the one sprint tonight. Hope everyone has a great night. I'm happy you were able to come and join us, Jessica. Hopefully you have a good night. I can't stay up super late myself. I have an 8 o'clock meeting tomorrow morning, and ever since we got back from that wedding week, my internal clock is so off. I have been staying up late and sleeping in, and so I need to make sure that I am up bright and early tomorrow morning so that I don't miss the 8 o'clock meeting. Thankfully, Alex is taking Finn, so I don't have to worry about him in the morning. That'll get me some more time, but I am just a little nervous. I'm going to somehow not wake up in time to get there. Arcs would be cool, but I want a signed hard copy. I hear you. I definitely want to do that as well, because there's just something about having that signed book, isn't there? I don't have very many signed books, but I really do like it. And I think indie authors, we can more easily offer some of that than maybe traditional authors, because sometimes their publishers have some say in things like that. So I would love to provide signed copies. That is definitely something that I want to include in that Kickstarter if that's what we do. Man, I am downing this tea. As much as I would love another cup of tea, I probably should not, because there is a little bit of caffeine, I think, in this. That would keep me up. Well, maybe not. I'm not super sensitive to caffeine. It actually like calms me. I think it has to do with the having ADHD thing. But if I drink enough of it, then it would. All right. So let's see. We'll be starting sprint number 2 at 55,472 words. I am feeling so good. I hope, like I said earlier, I hope I can keep up the momentum with with all of this and keep going because there's only, let's see, is it just next week? I think it's just next week. Yeah, next week is the last week of Camp NaNoWriMo. Oh my gosh. So technically I have 1 week to finish the book. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it in 1 week. Especially with me going back to work the way I am. If I wasn't going back to work, maybe. But since I am starting to split my time again, I don't know. We'll see. My plan is to better carve out time this next week. So maybe that'll help out. Maybe that'll get me closer to finishing this book. But as far as, I want to be finished for Camp NaNoWriMo, but if I can finish it I have this week, if I could finish it in the next 3.5 weeks, which I think is doable, I could definitely do that. Then I would be in a really good spot as far as going into the fall goes. So I can do it. I can totally do it. Maybe not next week, but don't think I'll be completely finishing my Camp NaNoWriMo goal, but I can definitely finish this book in 3.5 weeks. So at the rate I'm going. Okay. I think, especially since we went a little bit long with the first sprint, I think maybe this would be a good time to move into our second sprint of the night. Make sure that you've liked our stream. You guys always leave me such nice comments in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you guys think of anything else for like Kickstarter or any other ideas for like promotional stuff, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Or direct me to people who do that kind of stuff. Give me names. I would love that information. I'm always trying to learn as I go. That's just life. We're all trying to learn as we go. So I'd be happy to hear from you guys. Okay. Second sprint of the night. Our 20 minutes is on the clock. This time, I am going to start the timer, I swear. Oh my gosh. All right. See you guys in 20, 3, 2, 1, sprint. Oh. All right, I did not get a ton of writing done, and I also don't know. It looks like you guys can hear me, I'm assuming. I'm not sure what happened with the camera, and I'm working on that problem now. So, did not get very much writing done. Let's see. Just out of curiosity, okay, I didn't get any writing done. That's great. It's a good thing we had such a good first sprint. So, I have no idea what's going on. I think it might just be because my computer wanted to update. Maybe it has something to do with that. Because I have looked at everything else and it says everything should be working, although it's trying to tell me that there's not a camera at all connected, which doesn't make any sense because I've used this camera all the time with oh yeah, it's because there's an update. That's why. Apparently there is a Chrome update. That would explain some things. So sorry, guys. Really strange. Anyway, how did everybody else do? Anyone have get a lot done this last sprint? Let's see. Okay, so now I am pulling up, wow. So I just pulled up the live stream. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we are live. I don't know why my phone was all backed up. Sorry about that, guys. We're just a podcast, I guess, for the time being. I'm going to work. I'll keep working to see if I can get the camera restored, but it looks like I might have to just completely restart my computer. I don't know. Do we want to go one more sprint or do we want to just call it a night? And maybe we have better luck next week with the video issue. I think maybe we should just call it because I'm thinking you can't hear me or something close to that. So I think that's what we will do is go ahead and end the stream here. Hopefully we will be able to get it all back and running and things will be normal for next week. Yeah, so we'll just end the night early and I'll try and update and hopefully things will be back on schedule like normal. So we'll do that. As always, thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully tonight was super productive for you guys and I will see you in the next one. Oh my God,